Hi everyone, it's Mr. Hurst here. I hope you've been having a great summer and enjoying the weather. I just need a couple of minutes of your time just to go through a couple of changes that you're going to see at school when we start back in a few weeks. By now, via parent pay or through the post, you should have received a letter outlining the plans for how school is going to reopen in September. It'll give you the date and the time of your first day back in school. It's very important that you look at the information on the letter and the student guide, as well as watching what I'm going to go through in the next couple of minutes. So this is the main entrance, and this is where we need you guys to arrive at school. If you're arriving on bike, we need you to dismount here and walk your bike down the path. Everybody on foot, again, please walk safely down the footpath here. And for everybody arriving on a bus, whether that's a school bus or a service bus, you will be dropped here at the front of school, and again, follow the rest of your year group down the footpath. As you arrive closer to the school building, those of you who arrive on your bikes will be able to lock your bikes in the usual place. After you've done that, along with everybody else in year 8, you will need to walk around and into the mugger. Now this will be a little bit unusual, but that's the way we need you to go. Once you've entered the mugger, you'll be heading across towards the Red Gra around the back of the sports hall to continue your journey into school. As you leave the mugger, you'll walk past the Vibe and all the way down to the doors next to the music classrooms, where you'll be met by your student support lead, and you'll need to sanitise your hands as you go in.
The picture you can see now is an aerial photo taken from above, showing West End Park at the top, Turnsteads Avenue at the left-hand side, and the Red Gra just peeking in at the bottom. This picture shows you your year group's route into school, and it shows you the approximate locations of the bike racks, and also the bus stops on Turnsteads Avenue that will be for public buses and for school buses.
So as soon as you've sanitised your hands, you'll come into school and you will go straight up the stairs here by the music classrooms up to the Year 8 Blue Zone, which is where you will stay for all of your lessons.
So this picture shows you the exact location of the Year 8 Blue Zone, located on floors 1 and 2, overlooking the playground at the back of the main school building.
You must stay in your allocated zone, and it is vitally important that you do not pass into any other zone containing other students in other year groups. Now, to help you do this, doors will be closed, no entry posters on the doors, and we will also be adding some markings on the floor to prevent you from going into any other zone. If anybody goes into another zone deliberately, the consequences may well be very severe. So year 8s, for break and lunchtime, you will be using the main hall to get your food and to sit with your friends. Your journey to the main hall, you'll come down your stairwell, which is the blue stairwell, which is the music stairs. At the bottom here, you'll turn left, walk past the dance studio, the DT workshops, and you'll take a left into the main hall. So your year groups will be using the main hall for break and lunchtime. We will be offering a choice of foods, but it will be a very much reduced menu. So you can see we've got some serving areas being set up for you here. And as we scan around, we can see that we are getting chairs and tables ready for you, so you can sit and eat your lunch in comfort and socialise with your friends. So for outdoor space, this white line here, all the way across the playground, is the boundary of where you're allowed to go up at break and lunchtime. It's vitally important that you do not go over this line, as there will be another year group and another bubble at the far end. This area will therefore be empty. So as you arrive to your teaching spaces and classrooms, you will find that in every space there is a cleaning station. As you enter the room and as you leave the room, you'll need to sanitise your hands, and you'll need to wipe down your desk or any other surface that you've been using. As you can see here, all the desks are facing forward, and this is the drama studio, believe it or not, but we've had to convert it to a classroom just to make sure that we can keep all pupils and zones separate. At the end of the school day, you'll be dismissed the same way that you came into school. So as soon as you leave the music doors here, after sanitising your hands, you'll make your way all the way down to the Mugger, and you'll depart through the Mugger, making your way down the main footpath towards Turnsteads Avenue. Please do not congregate in large groups at any point whilst you're on the school site.
So those are some of the changes that you're going to see in school when you return in September. Now the reason for those changes is because schools now have to follow the government guidance in response to the coronavirus. And the changes are in place really for your safety, the safety of staff, and also the safety of the wider school community. Now, when things change, it is always natural and normal to be a little bit nervous and maybe a little bit apprehensive about returning to school. But I do want to reassure you that this is still Whitcliffe Mount. We're still in the same building, largely the same staff. We've got a few new staff starting, but largely the same staff, and certainly you guys, the same students. So we are still very, very much Team Whitcliffe. So this pandemic hasn't just affected this country or our local area, it has affected the whole world, and many things are now a little bit different to how they were before. But I think if we show our true Whitcliffe spirit, if we work together, if we work hard, if we look out for each other, if we support each other, I think our school can come through this even stronger than it was before. We are really, really looking forward to welcoming you back to school so that we can continue to enjoy, to achieve, and to celebrate with you. See you soon.